everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. It's April 12th, 1978. We got the Yankees taking on the Brewers in Milwaukee. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting second, playing center field, is Mickey Rivers. Batting third, doing the catching, is Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, is Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing third base, is Greg Nettles. Batting seventh, playing left field, is Rory White. Batting eighth and doing the DH is Jim Spencer. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Bucky Dent. And making his 1978 debut on the mound for the Yankees is Ken Holtzman. Let's take a look here at the Milwaukee Braves starting lineup. Okay, we got leading off, playing second base, Lenny Sakata. Batting second, playing third, is Don Money. Batting third, doing the DH today, is Sal Bando. Batting fourth, playing left field, Larry Heisel. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Sixto Lescana. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Cecil Cooper. Batting seventh, playing center field, is Gorman Thomas. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Buck Martinez. Batting ninth, playing shortstop. I think I got to make a change here. Yeah, I didn't put the shortstop in. Is Jimmy Lance Johnson. Timmy Johnson. Get the shortstop in here. Forgot about that. And on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers is Moose HAAS. Let's get down here to the Milwaukee and get this game started, folks. As Aaron Reed's in the house. And leading off for the Yankees is Willie Randolph, batting .278 on the year. And this is Moose Hall's second appearance. He's 1-0. And third appearance, rather. He's 1-0. He's second appearance. Yeah. And he's 1-0. He's pitched 7 innings. He's struck out 9 and walked 2 with a 1.29 ERA. Let's see if Willie can get to him here. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the first for the Yanks. That brings up Mickey Rivers now. See if Mick can get aboard here. He's batting .316 on the year with 3 RBIs. And that could be a base hit. Oh, Hoss is a righty, so that'll make him a 2. Hoss ain't good at all, so that's a 1. That is going to be a single in the left field. Nice piece of hitting. Sorry, that's going to be an infield single by Rivers. So he's down at first with a base hit. Get that right. That brings up Thurman Munson now. Rivers is a 32 and a D with 1 out. I think he can take off. And yeah, so it'll be a -3 because Hoss got a +3 move factor. So I'll make him a 29. That means a 55 or lower, folks. And he's in there safely. And he is. Let's see if there was a throwing error on a 36. 36 throwing error. .36. And no throwing error. So Mickey's got a stolen base. He's in scoring position now for Munson. Runner down at second. And 1 out. And Munson's batting .588. No home runs and 6 RBIs on the season. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And money is a 5. Good fielding third baseman on a 63, though. That's probably going to be fielding column 3. And a 63 fielding column of a 5. And that's barely a 3. And that's going to be hit down the money. The only play he's got's over to first. Rivers is going to make it down the third. So now we got a runner 90 feet away with 2 outs for Mr. Jackson. Reggie's batting .357. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs on the season. Let's get rid of that. Why do I have that out there? All righty. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. The Yankees leave one on. And we go to the bottom of the first. And it is Yankees nothing. Milwaukee coming up the bat. We'll have the top of the order, Sakana, Money, and Bando. And Sakata is batting .286 on the year. He's got 2 home runs. Like I say, this is Ken Holtzman's first appearance in '78. He pitched in 5 games, started 3 in '78, had a 1-0 record with a 4.08 ERA. And here's the pitch to Lenny Sakata. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Bucky's up with it, fires over to first for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Here's Don Money, and he's batting .200 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Nettles is up with that, 2 ground balls and 2 outs. And that'll bring up Sal Bando. And Sal's batting .214 on the year with a homer and 1 RBI. And he gets a hold of this one off of HOLTZMAN. And that ball is high. That ball is far. He does have an M, but that adds the home run. So that's going to be a home run by Sal Bando. And the Brew Crew is up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Larry Heitzel now. And Larry's batting .286. He's got a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Ken gets quick 2 outs. And now he's struggling, gives up the home run and now a walk. And that brings up Sexto Lescana. And he's batting .375 on the year with an RBI. And Larry Heitzel's down there with darn good speed. And here's the pitch to Lescana, and he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is gone. Another home run, and that makes it 3-0 Milwaukee. Just like that. Yankees are down, and here comes Cooper, only batting $143 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be probably a base hit in the ground ball base hit, and it is. So all of a sudden, with 2 outs, Ken Holtzman cannot get out of his own way here, folks. Now we got a runner down at first. Like I say, 2 outs for Gorman Thomas. He's already given up 2 home runs. Gorman is batting .400. He's got 2 home runs on the year and 7 RBIs. And we drop the dice. And a 35. Well, now it's a 34 after putting that in there. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Rivers has got it. But the Brew Crew score 3 on 2 home runs. And we go to the top of the second. Yankees nothing. Brewers 3. We got Chambliss, Nettles, and White Dew up here. Yeah, Brew Crew is doing a hell of a job putting a 3 spot up. Chambliss is batting .353. He's got 3 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a Pop up down the short. Tim Johnson calls for it. Out in shallow left field. Makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Greg Nettles now. See if Greg can get aboard here with a 1 out. He's batting .235 on the season. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Moose is on the loose here. 2 down now for Rory White. White's batting .400. He's got an RBI on the year. Not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Money's got it. He fires over to first. The Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the second. We got the bottom part of the order due up. Martinez, Johnson, then back to Lenny Sakata. And Buck is batting .200 on the year with 1 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Reggie's got that for out number 1. Brings up Tim Johnson now. And this is Tim's first plate appearance. He had 3 plate appearances in '78. He was 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Willie's got it. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 2. We're back to the top of the order. And Sakata grounded out the short. His first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Easy play for Ken. And that'll end the inning. A lot better second inning than the first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Brewers. And we go to the top of the third. We got Spencer, Dent, and then back to the top of the order and Randolph. And Jim is 0 for 3 on the short year. And he's going to be 0 for 4 with a strikeout now. 1 up and 1 down. That is HAAS, the Moose's 4th strikeout of the game. That brings up Bucky Dent, batting .267 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. No, that might be a swing and a miss, a 33. Nope, that's just going to be a pop-up in the shallow right field. Lenny Sakata goes back, makes the catch for out number 2. That brings Willie Randolph up now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Not this time, folks. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Hey, Dave. Hey, cool. Dave says he's playing some '78 Red Sox with Apba. So that's going to be a base hit for Willie Randolph. He's aboard here with 2 outs. Here comes Mickey Rivers. Mickey had a single his first time up and stole a base. Hey, Mike. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly, Mike. Hopefully he settles down here. Giving up those 3 runs in the first, 2 home runs. Not what you was looking for. Can Mickey get aboard here? Say he's 1 for 1 today with a stolen base. And that's going to be a 40. That's probably going to be a rare play. A 15 on a 40 with a runner on first. Let's see what that is. 15 and a 40. It's going to be 4. That's the center fielder. And that is Gorman Thomas. And he's a 2 outfielder. And a 51. That'll probably be fielding column number 3. And it barely is. And that will be a single in the center. Runner scores. And the batter's going to take second on an E8. So just like that, the Yankees cut this lead down by 1. Runner on first is going to score. And the batter's going to get down to second. So now you got Rivers down at second with Munson up. And with Rivers' speed out there, Munson can probably drive him in with a single. And Thurman is 0 for 1. He's grounded out. Yeah, playing Master Game, Dave. Yep. Start this 78 project with the Master Game. Pleasantly surprised how quick I caught on after 15 years or more of not playing it. So I've been averaging about an hour to do a game. I did my last game in 40 minutes, so I'm getting better. Getting better. Me and Gil and Ken Castro wants to do a question and answer on the channel about the Master Game. We're going to try to do it on a weekend. Gil says that's better for him, so be looking for that. I'll make an announcement when that comes up. Let's see if Munson here can get Rivers in. He's 0 for 1 with a grounder to third. And that's going to be a base on balls. Thurman walks on down to first, puts the tying run aboard, and the go-ahead comes to the plate in the form of Reggie Jackson, first and second here. This could be a wild game, folks. Definitely don't look like it's going to be a pitching duel. Reggie struck out his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball. Line drive, rather. No, a K. Oh, HAAS has got that big K out there. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes Reggie out for the second time in this game. The Yankees score 1, but leave 2 on base. It's 3-1 New York. Losing here against these Brewers. You got Money. Bando and HAAS will do up here. Oh, Money's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field, in the left field, rather. Base hit in the left field. So Money's aboard here with a leadoff single. Here's Sal Bando up now. And Sal homered his first time up. So Ken better be careful with him. Here's the pitch to Sal. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden now the Brew Crew's making a threat here in the third. First and second and nobody out. After having a nice inning in the second, Ken's struggling again. Brings up Larry Heisel. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be probably a base hit. And that will be a base hit. Just barely, a single in the left field. And that'll fill the bases up, folks. So bases are juiced, nobody out. The Yankees are going to play back for the double play here. And you got Lescano up. He homered his first time up, a 2-run shot. And that could be a double play. That's going to be hit down the short. And Bucky is can't see it because of Bando, but he should be a 9, and he is 43 on a 9. Let's see here. That should be fielding column 1, and it is. See if they can turn 2. Yes, they can. That's a ground ball hit down the dent over to Willie, over to Chris. 6-4-3 double play. A run will score. But now there's 2 outs and a runner down at third. So if the Yankees can get out of this bases loaded with 1 run scoring, they'll be happy. Brings up Cooper. And Cecil singled his first time up. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. Ken only pitched in 5 games, though, in 78. So this is his first start. He only started 3 games, so not a lot of starts in 78. And here's the pitch to Coop. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score Bando. A 10 on a 4. It's no way. 10 on a 5. Nope. That's going to be a single into right field. And that'll score the run. So the Brewers are up 5-1 now. Here's Gorman Thomas. And Gorman's 0 for 1. He flew out the Rivers his first time up. Not this time, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. Kiss it goodbye. Not what the Yankees was looking for here, and they just blew this game open, folks. This ball game is now officially out of hand as Gorman hits his third home run of the season, and it is now a 7-1 ball game. And that will be it probably for Holtzman. You got a bunch of righties coming up here. And let's see here. I think we're going to bring in Eastwick. Do we want to bring in Eastwick or Clay? That is the question. Eastwick could go a lot further. Let's see what Eastwick could do here. How many innings can Eastwick eat up? That's what we're looking for. Only 2 2/3. We want to see somebody that can eat up some innings. Yeah, it's going to be Eastwick. It's going to come in. He can eat up more innings than what Clay can. And Eastwick's going to have to realize win, lose, or draw, he's in there to eat up innings because poor Ken Holtzman doesn't do his job. And where is Eastwick? There he is. And this is going to be Eastwick's first appearance in 78. He pitched in 8 games for the Yankees, had a 2-1 record, a 3.28 ERA. Let's see if he can put some bandages on this. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. We got Buck Martinez up now. Nobody on. 2 outs. He flew out to right his first time up. And heck, he might be getting a base hit here against the righty. That'll make him a 9. 9 and a 8. And that'll be a base hit in the center field. Everybody gets a hit. You get a hit. He gets a hit. Buck Martinez gets a hit. Now here comes Tim Johnson up. Tim is 0 for 1. He grounded out the second his first time up. Oh, that's right. He gets an extra 5 for that. Let's go back here. Pitching to the same hand and starting that. So a 5. I would have made him a 13. So sorry about that, folks. Forgot just bringing him in. That'll be a 14 on a 9. And it's still a base hit. So did all that for nothing. Still a hit. Shouldn't have doubted myself. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning. Bucky mercifully throws over to first in the inning. The Brewers score 4 and take a 7-1 lead here, folks. We got Chambliss, Nettles, and White due up. Yankees have got to start scratching some runs across here to make this a ball game. Chris popped up the short his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And see what Chris does here. That ball is driven into, let's see, he might turn this into a home run here. Hoss is a righty, so that'll subtract 2, make him a 4, and a 4. And he has the M factor. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Chris Chambliss with his first home run of the season. I love that M on opposing pitchers. Instead of a double, he gets a hold of it and drives in a run with a home run. It is now 7-2. New York trailing by 4 now, by 5. All righty, here is Greg Nettles up now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and that's going to be a ground ball down the second, down the short route. No, that's a swing and a miss. That K, got to get used to that letter K. So that's one out, and that brings up Roy White. And he gets a hold of this. All of a sudden, the Yankees' bats are coming through, and that's going to be a driven in the right field. Lescana goes back, looks up, watches this one leave the park, folks. Home run, Roy White. And it is now a 7-3 game. This is going to be a wild one, folks. Just like that, Yankees scored 2 on 2 home runs, and Spencer's up. He's 0 for 1. And that could be a base hit against the righty. And it is. That's going to be a single. Down the third, Money has no chance at it. He holds on to the ball, and Spencer's aboard here, folks. So the Yankees trying to get back in this game. Here comes Bucky Dent. He's 0 for 1, popped up the second, and that might be a base hit, folks. It's going to make him a 5 on an 8, and that's going to be a single in the left field. And down by 4, Spencer's not going nowhere. He'll stay down at second. And that brings up Willie Randolph now. That's going to get the bullpen started up for the Brewers, man. Up by 7-1, and the Yankees are coming back here, folks. Here's Willie, 1 for 2 with a run scored in the third. It struck out his other time up, and that could be back-to-back hits here, folks. Runners on first and second, and against the righty, that's going to make him an 8, first and second. An 8 on an 8. That's going to be a single in the center field. Let's see if Spencer can score. He doesn't have much speed out there, folks. That'll be a 56. He might be able to score. Gorman's got a hell of an arm. Minus 35 plus the 3, 24. I think they're going to send him. And let's see what Bucky can do here. 54. And 35. And they're going to try. Bucky's going to go the third, and Spencer's going to try to score. So both of them's going to try to advance. So what did I say it was? A 21. 21, we need a 43 or lower. Make sure I did that right. Sorry about that. I want to make sure here. It is a 56 minus the 35 plus the 3. I'm glad I re-looked at it. It's a 24. So that is a 46 or lower. He's safe, folks. And he's in there. So that scores a run. Gets the runner down the third. And all of a sudden, the Yankees are making noise here, folks. It's 7-4. And that'll bring up Mickey Rivers. And Mickey's having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Bucky was supposed to get down the third. So let's redo that. And the Yankees have scored 3 in this inning, folks, and turned this into a ball game. So here we go. Willie's up. That's going to be a single in the center. Runner on second scores. Runner on first should get the third. And now Rivers is up. See if Mick can do something here. Okay. The Brewers are going to play back for the double play. And here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Let's see if that's going to be deep enough to score Bucky. And on a 54, he's a 2. Probably stay a fielding column 2. No, that'll be a fielding column 3. And a 53 with his 31 arm. And he's not even going to throw home. So Randolph doesn't get in the scoring position. That's going to be a sacrifice fly out to the left. And it's a 7-5 ball game, folks. That brings Thurman Munson up now with 2 outs, a runner down at first, a tying run at the plate. The Yankees just put a 4 spot. Can they add some more here? And we thought this ball game was over. Old Moose running into some problems here. The bullpen is up. If he doesn't get Munson out, they'll probably go to a lefty with Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up. And that ball is well hit down. Here comes Thurman Munson, folks. That ball, let's see, a 6 against it'll be an 8. See if that M turns this into a home run. And no, it's an L, but that's still going to be a double in the center field with 2 outs. Randolph should score easily. See here, 51 minus the 35 plus the 18. Yeah, Randolph will score with no throw. And it's a 1-run ball game, folks, and that's going to be it for the Moose. As we got a bunch of lefties coming up, so both pitchers get blasted here in this game. It's 7-6. See who they're going to go with. Bring in a lefty. Face these guys. And they're going to bring in Mike Codwell is going to come in to pitch. And he's going to try to stop the bleeding here. Crazy game, folks. Both starting pitchers don't get the job done. So now you got Reggie up with 2 outs, Munson down at second. Mike Codwell, this is his second game. He doesn't have a record. He does have a save, and he's got a 13.5 ERA. But again, it's early in the season, folks. Early in the season. Okay, sorry about that. The cards got messed up. So Jackson's up here. He's over 2. He struck out twice against the Moose. But here comes Mike in here to try to stop this 5-run rally. And that's going to do it. That's going to be another swing and a miss. Reggie with the hat trick. But the Yankees score 5 and make this a 1-run ball game, folks. We got the top of the order due up here for the Brew Crew. Sakata, Money in, Salbando, and Lenny's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Eastwick. And here comes Money. He's 1 for 2 today, grounded out and singled. And that's going to be a rare play. 43 on a 37. And that's just going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Money. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson. That'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 4th. Here comes Salbando up. He homered in this game, folks, and walked. 1 for 1. And that's probably going to be a base hit in the left field. And that is a base hit in the left field. So Sal's perfect game keeps going. He's on board here with 2 outs. And Larry Heisel's up now. And Larry is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. He singled his last time up. Here's the pitch to Larry. And that's going to be a base on balls. And here comes the Brew Crew now. Eastwick can't get this all important 3rd out here. So now we got 1st and 2nd. 2 outs for Lescano. He's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to end the inning. That's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He's going to go the short way over to second. And that's your inning. Yankees get out of the mess. The Brewers strand 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 7-6 Milwaukee. You got Chambliss, Nettles, and White due up as the Yankees sent 9 batters to the plate in the 4th. Hey, Mike in the truck. And Chris started that 5th inning off with a homer. 4th inning off with a homer, rather, as we're in the top of the 5th. Can he do it again here, folks? And that might be a base hit against the lefty. He's going to make him an 18. No, that's going to be a nice play out there by Gorman Thomas. He robs Chris of a base hit. Nice running catch. Chambliss is out of there. 1 down. I'll bring up Greg Nettles now. He is 0 for 2, struck out twice. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Johnson's up with it. Nice diving stop down there. And he just robbed Nettles of a base hit. Nice defense behind Mike. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Roy White to get aboard. Hey, Buckshot and Beatles. Roy's 1 for 2 with a homer in this game. Grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 1-run game. 7-6 Milwaukee. And we got Cooper up, followed by Thomas and Martinez. Coop's 2 for 2 with an RBI. And that's going to be the first time they get him out. Eastwick gets him out with a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that brings up Gorman Thomas now. He's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, they both did. They sure did. Yeah, poor Moose had a 7-1 run game and couldn't hold it. And poor Ken Holtzman, he couldn't make it through the 3rd inning. And that's going to probably be a base hit for Gorman here. It's a 12 on an 8. And that barely drops in front of Rivers out there. Takes it on the short bounce, fires it in. So Gorman's aboard here with 1 out for Buck Martinez. Brewers looking to get some insurance runs here. Buck's 1 for 2, flew out the right and singled. And that should do it. That's going to be a pop-up. And Bucky's going to call for it. Make the catch out in shallow left field. That's 2 down. And we go to Tim Johnson now. And Tim is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be another pop-up on the. And again, Bucky calls for it, this time near the mound, makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Brewers. We go to the top of the 6th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. We got Spencer, Dent, followed by the top of the order in Randolph. And Jim's 1 for 2 with a single and came around to score in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Mike's got it. Throws over to Coop for out number 1. And that'll bring up Bucky Dent now. He's 1 for 2, singled in the 4th and came around to score. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 63. So let's take a look here. 39 on a 63. And that's going to be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bucky. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Money's up with it. Fires across the diamond. And that's 2 down. We're back to the top of the order, and Willie Randolph. See if Willie can get something going. He's having a nice game. 2 for 3 with an RBI and scored twice. And that's going to be a base on balls. Willie's going to trot on down the 1st. Let's see if he takes off here with a 1-run game and 2 outs and tries to get in scoring position here. He's a 32 and a move factor of 1. That's a 31, so he's going to be taken off. Martinez's arm is a 0. So a 31, a 61 or lower, he's in there safely. And a 52 he is. So Willie's down at 2nd in scoring position here for Mickey Rivers. And Mickey is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. The tying run in scoring position. Can Rivers do his thing here, folks? Here's the pitch to Mick. No, he can't. That's going to be a, well, 12. I don't think he's going to be good enough or bad enough. That'll be a 6. I don't make him a 26. Nope. That's just going to be a ground ball down the 1st. Coop takes it himself, touches the bag, and that's it for the Yankees here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order due up. Sakata, Money, and Sal Bando. And Lenny is 0 for 3. How many innings has Eastwick pitched? 2 1/3. And he is a Q1, so he can go 4 innings here. So he's going to try to make it through the 6th here against the top of the order. And that's going to be a base. Now that's a swing and a miss. He strikes old Sakata out. 1 down here. That brings up Mr. Money. Don Money's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts. He's making the manager look like a genius leaving him in here with back-to-back strikeouts. I hear you, Big Cliff. Yeah. Yep. And that brings up Sal Bando having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and a homer in this game. Here's the pitch to Sal. And they're going to, maybe not. That's going to be the catcher. Old Thurman's an 8 on a 45. 8 and a 45. That will be column number 1. And that is an out. And that's a pop-up in the fair territory. Munson makes the catch. And that'll be out number 3. And Brewers go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 7th. We got the captain, Thurman, Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss due up here. And how many innings has Mike went? 2 2/3. Hell, he can go at least 4 innings also. So he's going to try to make it through the 7th here. You got the righty and then the lefties coming up. So Thurman's 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. Oh, thank you, Big Clue. And that's going to probably be a +4. That's probably going to be an out. 22 on an 8. That is going to be a fly ball in the center field. Gorman Thomas playing some nice defense out there. Just robbed Thurman Munson of a hit. Nice dive and catch. Up comes Reggie Jackson. Reggie has stunk the joint up today, folks. He struck out all 3 times. Mike's trying to get him to have the golden sombrero. He's done got the hat trick. And not this time. That's going to be a fly ball probably. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Lescana makes a nice run and play in the gap. Makes the catch and robs Reggie of a base hit. Mike's wheeling and dealing now, trying to keep this a one-run game. Up comes Chambliss now. He's 1 for 3 with that homer. And that might be a base hit, folks. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Chris gets aboard here with 2 outs. And that brings up Greg Nettles, another lefty. So they'll let Mike in. This might be his last batter. White, well, he's got White as a switch hitter. Might turn him around, make him bat from the left side. And that might be a base hit. That's going to be a 26 on an 8. Nope. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Money's up with it. Fires across the diamond. And that's it for the Yankees. Hitting to some hard luck there. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And that'll be it for Eastwick. And Ken Clay will come out of the bullpen here. Try to keep this a 1-run game. Where's Clay at? He pitched the 3 batters yesterday. And this is Clay's 2nd appearance. He got beat around his first time, folks. He only pitched a third of an inning, gave up 1 run. So he's got Heisel, Lescana, and Cooper due up here in the 7th. Can he keep this a 1-run game? Larry's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Clay, like I say, 2nd appearance with a 27 ERA right now. And that ball is high. That ball is far, and he doesn't have no L or H. That ball is going. Not what the Yankees wanted. There's an insurance run for the Brew Crew. Larry hits that one out of the ballpark. And it's now an 8-6 ball game. And that brings up Lescana. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Clay not looking sharp in this game either. Off to a rough start here in 78. So you got a runner down at first. Nobody out. And Cecil Cooper up. And Coop's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Can the Yankees get a double play here, folks? And that's going to be catcher result. And Munson with a 52 and an 8. It's not fielding column 2. Nope, that's barely column number 1. And that's going to be a foul ball near the stands. And Thurman makes the catch for out number 1. That's a big out. So 1 down now, and that'll bring up Gorman Thomas. Gorman's having a good game at the plate and in the field. He is 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Gorman. And that could be a double play ball down the short. Let's see here. Bucky's a 9 with a 56. And that's barely going to be column number 1. Too slow of a roller, though. He throws it over the Willie. They'll get the lead runner. But Gorman's down at first with 2 outs for Buck Martinez. And Buck, he is 1 for 3. He singled and flew out and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Greg will throw across the diamond to get Buck out. And the Brew Crew strand 1, but get a big run. Make this an 8-6 ball game. And that's going to be it for Mike. See here. The Brewers are going to bring out. Try to close this game out. I think they're going to bring out Castro. It's not Ken, it's Bill. That's Ken's uncle, Bill. So Castro is going to come in the game here, try to get a save. It's got a 2-run lead now. This is his third appearance of the season. He's got one save, a 6.0 ERA, and he'll be facing White, Spencer, and Dent, the bottom part of the order here. See what old Bill Castro can do. Roy is 1 for 3 with a homer in this game, and that may be a base hit against the righty. That'll make him a 19 against a 10. And that's a single in the center field. Gorman Thomas can't quite get to it, folks. He's made some nice catches out there, but White's aboard here with nobody out. Down at first for Mr. Spencer for hire. Jim Spencer's 1 for 3 today. And with an E, what's an E? See if he can get in scoring position here. And E is only with 2 outs, behind by 1 after the 6th inning. Any number, one behind by 1 or behind by 2, so he can't take off. So here's the pitch to Spencer. He's 1 for 3 today. And that ball is high. That ball is far. This ball game is tied up, folks. Bill Castro was not the answer as Spencer drives this ball into right field. And that is home run number 1 for Spencer. And this is an 8-8 ball game, folks. That brings up Bucky Dent. Bucky's 1 for 3. With a single, grounded out the third and popped up the second. And we got a whole new ball game here. And that's going to be a rare play result, a 44 on a 39. And that's going to be the second baseman. And Lenny is a 7. We'll have to re-roll the dice here on a 55. That'll probably be fielding column 3. And it is. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Bucky's aboard. And Castro hasn't gotten a single batter out yet, folks. So now you got Dent down at first. 1 out. The Bucky is a G. What's a G? Only with 2 outs and behind by 1 or tied in the 8th or later. So Bucky can take off, and that would make him a 27. A 27 is a 53. So Bucky is going to take off and try to steal here and get in scoring position, folks. See what happens here. Like I said, he needs a 53 or lower. And he's thrown out. Nice play by Buck Martinez. And he gets Bucky. And that'll be out number 1. The aggressive base running doesn't pay off there. Now there's 1 out and nobody on for Willie. He's 2 for 3. He's walked and driven in a run. Hey, Ken, buddy. Yeah, no G there. Oh, he did have a G. Shit. Didn't check that. Thank you. Thank you, Ken, buddy. Let's go back and look here with old Spencer for hire. That would have been a 19. You would have made him a 18 pitcher. And he would have made him a 16. Let's see here with a runner down at first. Thanks for checking that out. I forget about that shit. And a 16 with a G, no. It's still a home run. Thank you, though, Ken. Yeah, it's a blank. It was a blank. Got to remember these damn G's, H's, L's, and M's. I remember the M's. Forgot about the G and the H. So now we got Willie up here. 2 for 3 with a stolen base and an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. Of course, once you get caught stealing, you got to get the next runner aboard here and make you look like a fool. Oh, I appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ken, buddy. Not a problem. I could have done a bunch of, that's the good thing about Digital Diamond. I could have did a bunch of undos and fixed it. Yep. And that brings up Mickey Rivers. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And again, Randolph down there, a 32. So he's going to take off running a 30 or less. So that will be what, a 50, a 56 or lower. Willie's in there. And he's in there with his second stolen base of the game. So Willie gets in the scoring position here for Mickey. So you got a runner down at second. Go ahead, run. Yankees have already scored 2 on the 2-run homer. I love this game, Ken. I really do. Here's the pitch to Rivers. Can he drive him in? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout by Castro. That brings up Thurman Munson. Can the captain deliver here, folks? 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And that's going to be a 9 against a, that'll knock him down to a 12. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Lenny Sakata, nice play, fires over to first, robs Thurman of a base hit and probably a RBI. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th. This game is tied up at 8 apiece. What a wild game we got here today, folks. We got Johnson due up in the top of the order. Sakata and Money. We'll probably have a pitch hitter here. Bats left. We're going to let him in. Probably have a Paul Molitor might come off the bench here and pitch hit for Sakata. Tim Johnson's 0 for 3, grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Greg's got it. He fires over to first for out number 1. Let's see here with Molitor. Yep, Paul's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit for Lenny Sakata. Brewers trying to get some base runners on board here. And where's Paul at? There's Paul Molitor. And he is batting .235 on the year, folks. He's got 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Paul. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers in center field. That'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Don Money up now. And the Money Man is 1 for 4. Can he get aboard here with 2 out? And that's going to be an 8. And that's going to make him an 8. An 8 and an 8. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Don Money comes through again, folks. So the Brewers got the go-ahead run down at first. Sal Bando's up. Sal's having a good game. He's 2 for 3 with a homer. And let's see here. Money is an R33. When can an R steal? Only when ahead by 5 or more. That sure ain't the case. So Sal Bando, can he deliver here with 2 outs, folks? And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Munson's up with it. He'll fire across the diamond. That'll end the inning. The Brewers strand 1. We go to the top of the 9th. It's still 8-8 here, folks. We got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up here against Castro. See what they got in the bullpen as far as lefties. Got all these lefties coming up. Mike's already pitched. Bob McClure could come in the game, but I think he just pitched. That's right. We need to put in Paul at second anyway. Let's take a look at McClure while we're doing this. He's tired, so we're not going to go with that yet. So Paul's going to come in. He's going to play second. So it's up to Bill Castro to keep this a tie ball game with these lefties. Let's see here. Jackson's 0 for 4, struck out 3 times and flew out the right. And that's going to be another fly ball, this time out the left field. Larry Heisel's got it. That'll be out number 1. And that brings up Chris Chambliss. Chris is 2 for 4 with a homer and a single his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want if you're Brewers, but the Yanks will take it. Puts the go-ahead run down at first. Greg Nettles is up now. Runner down at first. Greg's 0 for 4. He struck out twice and grounded out the short and the third. And that ball is high. That ball is far. I'm not going to forget the G this time. And that'll be against a righty. Nettles will make him a 13. 13 and a H only. That is a home run, folks. The Yankees come back from a 7-1 deficit to take a 10-8 lead in this ball game. Unbelievable. Definitely. Great game by the Yankees and a terrible game by this Brewers bullpen. Here comes Roy White up 2 for 4 with a homer. I'm glad I didn't forget that G. Like I say, H would have took the home run away from him. And here's Roy White up now. 2 for 4, 1 out, nobody on. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Over to first for out number 2. And here comes Mr. Spencer up now. And Sparky Lau's warming up in the bullpen. Spencer's 2 for 4 with a homer. 2-run shot. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Castro settles down after the home run. But the Yankees take a 2-run lead here going into the bottom of the 9th. Sparky Lau comes out of the bullpen, folks. Can Sparky nail this game down for the Yanks? He'll be facing Heisel, Vescana, and Cooper. Might be a pitch hitter for Vescana, but he did have a home run in this game, so maybe not. Maybe not. See who they got on the bench. Sexto might. Not going to bring out Ogilvy, not with the lefty. So they probably will go with him. We'll see here. All righty, this is Sparky's second game. He's pitched 1 2/3 innings. He doesn't have any. Hey, what's up, Bernie? He doesn't have any record here. Trying to get his first save of the year. Larry's 2 for 2 with 2 walks and a homer, folks. And that might be a base hit. That's going to be a 9 against a. Makes him a 7. And that will be an infield hit. So Larry's aboard here. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Yankees aren't making this easy. Sparky now with a runner on at first, nobody out. And they're going to let Lescana bat. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to him. And he might get a base hit, folks. This is not what the Yankees was looking for. I don't make him an 11. And that's going to be a single into right field. And Larry's going to stop at second. He's not going to try to get thrown out at third with nobody out. Now the tying run down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Nobody out. Unbelievable. First and second. Cooper at the plate. Do they want to pitch hit for Coop? I don't think so. They like his power. I don't think they got anybody else against the lefty that has enough power. Nope, they're going to let Cooper bat. Coop's 2 for 4 with an RBI. Yankees looking to turn 2 here. And that's going to be a big swing and a missed right 3. Sparky needed that, folks. So that's 1 down. Here's Gorman Thomas. He's homered in this game. Everybody got a homer, it seemed like. He's 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Gorman. And that may be a double play. Let's see here. 28 with Bucky, 44 and a 9. That should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's just what the doctor ordered, folks. That is your 6-4-3 game inning double play. Yankees win 10-8. You'd have asked me back in the 3rd inning if they was going to win this game. I'd have told you, hell no. Yeah, just in time for the home runs, right, Bernie? How about that? The Yankees come back and win this game. Let's take a look at this box score. Wild and crazy in Milwaukee. The Yankees 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The Brewers 8 runs on 14 hits. Randolph, Rivers, Chambliss. Look at that bottom part of the lineup, folks. White, Spencer, and Dent all 2 for 4 and 2 for 5. You had Chambliss, Nettles, White, and Spencer with home runs. Munson with a double to go along with it. Bucky got caught stealing. Randolph had 2 stolen bases in the game. Rivers had 1. Yankees were only 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 7 on. It was a crazy ball game, Ken. I think it was a heck of a game. But I never thought the Yankees back in the 3rd inning when they was down 7-1 had a prayer in this game. Look at the bottom part, the middle and bottom part of the order for the Brewers. The top of the order didn't do shit, but man, everybody else did. You had Money, Bando, Lescana, Cooper, Thomas, all 2 for 4, 2 for 5, and then Larry Heisel 3 for 3 with 2 walks. The Brewers are only 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Sal, Larry, Lescana, and Thomas all with home runs. 8 left on base. Look at this pitching. Ken HOLTZMAN, 2 2/3 of an inning, 7 hits, 7 runs, walked 2, gave up 3 home runs. Oh, Eastwick, he did his job. 3 1/3, 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 4. In my opinion, that's who I'd have gave the win to, but they wasn't leading. Clay comes in. He did okay, but he gets the win. 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, gave up a homer. Sparky made it interesting, but he got the job done. Pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, and got 1 strikeout. The Moose, HAAS, terrible 3 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 1, struck out 6 though. He struck out a lot of Yanks and 2 home runs. That K, he has that letter K, Ken. That letter just blows me away. Cardell come in, pitched 3 1/3, pitched a hell of a game, gave up just 1 hit, walked one, and struck out one. And Bill comes in, gets the loss. Castro, 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 2, and gave up 2 home runs to lose this ball game. Great game here on the channel. Let's do some fast play here. Since the Braves didn't play, we'll do both American and National League here in fast play. We got the Twins taking on the Angels. See what happens out here in Anaheim. And the Twins, man, another slugfest. The Twins, 13 runs, 16 hits, and 1 error. And the Angels, 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. All 4, 3 for 6, a homer, and 3 RBIs. Then we got the Blue Jays taking on the White Sox in Chicago. See what happens here in the Windy City. Oh, thank you, Big Clue. It was an exciting game, I'll tell you that. Like I say, I thought it was going to be an easy win by the Brewers. And the Blue Jays win a close one. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The White Sox out hit the Blue Jays, but where it counts, they come up short. 1 run, 10 hits, and an error. Then we got Bernie's Red Sox traveling to Cleveland to take on the Tribe. The Red Sox are 2-2, Bernie. Yeah, I love that K. That is a hell of a setting. I mean, it comes up a lot. Seems like to me it comes up a lot. Man, your Red Sox here, Bernie. We'll take a look at the box score. Did a number on that Tribe. Red Sox, 8 runs, 10 hits, and an error. The Tribe, 1 run, 5 hits, and no error. I always liked Rick Burleson. I had a Rick Burleson glove when I was in Little League. 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a homer, and a double by Rick Burleson. Awesome game. Oh, Yaz goes 1 for 4. Yaz had his 4th home run of the year, Bernie. I think he's leading the American League in home runs. 2013 is when that was added. Cool. Fisk, 3 for 5. Hobson, 2 for 3. Nice job. 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Still scored 8 runs, still left 9 on base. The only Indian that had a decent day was old Bell. Old Buddy Bell went 2 for 3. They were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 7 on. Old Mike Torres gets the win, goes the distance, gives up 5 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 2, and gave up the homer. The Bell, Garland picks up the 2nd loss of the year, 4 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 4, struck out 3, and gave up 2 home runs. Let's take a look here now at the Orioles traveling to Kansas City. The Orioles still trying to get their first win. With that pitching staff, that's hard to believe. And they do. The Orioles, 6 runs, 17 hits, and no errors. The Royals, 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Eddie Murray, 2 for 5 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Flanagan goes 8 innings. Now we got the Mariners taking on the A's. Like I say, Ken, you let me know when you would like to do that question and answer. Like I say, I got a hold of old Gills. He says he would like to do that. I think would be cool. We got the Tigers and the Rangers. Ken would like to do a question and answer on the channel. Him, Gills, maybe. I'm trying to get Clinton Parks on here. If we can't get Clinton Parks, maybe get G-Puck. The Rangers trying to get their first win here in Texas. See what they can do against the Tigers. You got the bird, the bird, the bird. The bird's a word. What does the bird do here? And he shuts out the Rangers. The bird, 6 runs, 15 hits, and no errors for the Tigers. A 2-hitter by the bird. The Rangers, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. The Rangers are a damn good team. not to have a win yet. And now we go to the National League. You got the Giants taking on the Reds in Cincinnati. And the Reds do a number. Let's see what the star is for. Boham rather, struck out 14 batters. Damn. That is awesome. An 8 1/3 inning, struck out 14. Giants 3 runs, 9 hits, and an error. The Reds 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Now we go to Houston. Old Joe's little brother's on the mound for the Astros. See what he can do here against the Dodgers. And that knuckleball must have been working. The Dodgers 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Astros 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Oh, Enos Cabell went 2 for 4 with a homer. Now we got the Cubbies taking on the Mets. See what happens up here in New York in Shea Stadium. And the Mets win. Cubs 1 run, 9 hits, and no errors. The Mets 3 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And then we got the Expos taking on Ken's Phillies. The Phillies are still undefeated, Ken. See if they can stay that way and beat these Expos. And they do. They blow the Expos out, Ken. Expos, no runs, 6 hits. We'll bring up the box score for Ken. Let's look at the whole box score here. Expos, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Phillies, 9 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Old Cash for the Expos had a good game, 3 for 3. That was about it offensively. Expos were 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 on. Look at Larry Boa had a game, 4 for 5, scored 3 times, Ken. Oh, thank you, Buckshot. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, go Phillies is right. This is a heck of a team. Look at that. McBride, Boa, Smith, Lazinski, Richie Hebner playing first base today. Maddox, Boone behind the plate. I always liked Bob Boone. I know Larry Boa had a hell of a game, didn't he? Look at him. He's batting 500, 533 in the season. Off to a hell of a start. And the Phillies are 6 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Lazinski with his 3rd home run for you, Ken. Mike Smith with his 2nd stolen base. They scored 9 runs, still left 9 men on base. Rogers, 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, walked 5, struck out 1, and gave up the home run to Lazinski. Knowles, 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 walk. They beat the crap out of him. And Atkinson, 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit. Longbarg picks up his first win, Ken. Goes 8 innings, 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 4. And the Tugger, Tim's dad, old Tug McGraw, comes in, gets a 1 inning, walked 1, and struck out 1. Always like Tug McGraw. And the last game of April 12th is Beatles Pirates taking on the Cardinals. Let's see if Beatles Pirates can get a win. Cardinals looking for their first win of the year. Got the Candy Man on the mound for you, Beatles. Candy Man can, because he makes it with love. Let's see what happens here. And the Pirates beat up on the Cardinals. Let's take a look at the box score for Beatles here. Sargel had a heck of a game, it looks like. Pirates, 10 runs, 15 hits, and no errors. Cardinals, 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Look at that. Old Tavis, 4 for 6. Ott, 2 for 5. Dave Parker, 2 for 5. Starger, 1 for 3, but with 5 RBIs. Damn. Was that a grand slam he hit? Let's look. Yeah, Lazinski. I liked old Greg Lazinski. He was a damn good ball player. You're right. It was a grand slam by Stargell there, Beatles, in the 7th inning. They hit Robinson, and then Willie made him pay. Old Pop says, the hell with hitting one of my guys. A grand slam home run. Blew that game open. It was a close game until then. It was tied up. Tied up. Hold on. I want to keep looking. I didn't mean to close that out. Let's look at some more. Oh, we'll go back and look for you, Aaron. Yeah, we'll go back and look at the box score for you. The Candy Man, because we don't need no stinking DH. Look at that. He was a hell of a good hitting pitcher. 2 for 3 with an RBI, Beatles. Pirates 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Stargell with the homer. They singled him to death. Only 2 extra bases. Left 9 men on. Old Ted Simmons, there's a good old boy. 2 for 4 for the Cardinals. Fred and Ritz 2 for 4. They was 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Left 9 on. The Candy Man goes 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 1. And Bob picks up his second loss. 7 innings, 13 hits. Man, they left him in. 10 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a homer. I don't know why they left him in so long. We'll go back here and check out the Reds game for Aaron against the Giants. Like I say, the Giants 3-9-1, the Reds 6-11-0. You had Evans, old Daryl Evans, 2 for 3. Jack Clark 3 for 4. He was 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Old Evans with his second home run of the year. Clark with a double. Larry Herndon with a triple. They left 6 men on base. Old George Foster 3 for 5 for you. Bench and Concepcion 2 for 4, both of them. They just 4 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Morgan, Foster, and Bench all with doubles for you, Aaron. They left 9 men on base. Old Blue, 9 innings, 6 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 7. And Boham, 1-1 now, 8 1/3. Couldn't quite get her done. 9 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 14. That's right. That's what the star was for. Hell of a strikeout performance. And gave up the 1 home run. And Bear comes in, gets his save 2/3 of an inning. Oh, I know. We got to do that one out of the park. You're right. Alrighty, folks. We'll take a quick glance here at the standings. Ain't much to look at in early April like this, but we'll look at it. The Yankees and the Phils are the only 2 undefeated teams. The Cardinals and the Rangers are the only teams that haven't gotten a win yet. Look at old Bruce Brochy, Yaz with 4 home runs to start this year. And Gorman Thomas and Yaz with 9 RBIs to lead the league. Old Bruce right behind them with 8. Larry Bowa is leading the National League in hitting for you, Ken. Look at this. All these Phillies. Lazinski with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Phillies everywhere. Oh, was you? Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's see when they do play the Braves. We can look that up for you guys. Go to the Braves schedule here and reports. See when they play the Phillies and the Reds. Where's the schedule at? Got the Dodgers, the Giants, the Padres, the Giants, the Cubbies, the Mets, the Astros, The Mets, the Astros. There's the Reds. They don't play the Reds until May 22nd. Remember, the Braves were in the West back then. Yep, and they don't play the Phillies until June. So it's a ways to go. Those fighting Phils is right. Yeah, so May and June before they play those two teams, guys. I want to thank Aaron Reed. Check out his channel. Aaron does a great job with baseball for Windows with Appa. Ken Castro. I want to thank him for helping me out, making sure I didn't forget the G's and the L's. And Buckshot, check out his channel on BBN Sports Replay. Big Clue, thank you for stopping by. Bernie Strom, check out his channel, Bernie Strom Sports Replays, doing the 1914 Red Sox. Check out that. Jamie was in the house. Beatles Eternally was in the house. Check out his great channel. I don't know if he's going to do anything tonight or not. Philip Reynolds, Beatles did a nice Field of Dreams game earlier, game 7 of the championship series between MV. So check that out. Philip Reynolds was in the house. Check out his channel. He's doing the 1961 with History Maker Baseball. Mike in the Truck. Sports Time Machine Mike, check out his channel. He's doing a What If 1979 Yankee World Series with Stratomatic. Dave Gardner was in the house. He's doing a 1978 Red Sox replay with Appa. Check that out. And I believe that was everybody, folks. You too, Buckshot. Like I say, you all have a great evening. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all take care.